Old Harry's place always made me think of the kind of shop you only find in dreams, packed full of things you'd spent your whole life looking for and never found. Books that could tell you every secret you'd ever wondered about, photos of the one great love you somehow never met, and maps to all the amazing places you just knew had to be out there somewhere if only you could get to them. Of course, it's finding such things that lets you know you're dreaming, because life is never that kind. Still, Old Harry's place did come amazingly close. Now the shop was under new management, Annie and I were determined to make it that kind of store again. When we arrived back at the shop, Honest John's secret stash was already there waiting for us, and taking up most of the floor. A huge heap of strange and wonderful things all piled on top of each other. Annie and I exchanged a look and carefully made our way to the back of the shop to change into our usual clothes. That meant jeans and a t-shirt for Annie, because when she was only being herself, she couldn't be bothered to make an effort, and a black suit with a white shirt for me, because it's a style thing. And then we returned to the mountain of marvellousness with the light of battle in our eyes and got stuck in. Wonders and treasures quickly emerged from the pile, to be carefully placed in separate piles, while the occasional item far too commonplace to be inflicted on our customers was thrown over our shoulders and into some shadowy corner. The really good stuff we immediately put out on display, ready for our grand opening. We hadn't decided on a date yet, but the longer the shop remained closed, the more rumours would start to spread that, without Harry, it wasn't worth visiting. Not entirely to my surprise, it quickly became clear that the interior of the shop was expanding to accommodate all the new merchandise. Walls backed away, the ceiling rose even higher, and shelves and cubicles and display cases appeared conveniently out of nowhere to provide just the right kind of setting to show off our wares. Annie studied the new, or more properly, old fixtures and fittings and shot me a look. I can't help worrying that we're going to be stuck with one hell of a bill for all these extras. Don't let it get to you, I said briskly. This sort of service comes as standard with Old Harry's place. I've seen far stranger things happen here with little or no warning, and Harry never once blinked an eye. I never understood why you spent so much time hanging around here, said Annie. I considered several clever answers. In the end, I went with the truth. This always felt like home to me, or what home should have been like. You never talk about your family, said Annie. I nodded. There's a reason for that. I thought there might be, said Annie, which is why I never asked. Just as I have never asked why you find it necessary to be so many other people, I said. We appreciate that, said Annie.